Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's your girl Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the weekly general collective reading. It's not tied to any specific zodiac sign, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time as well as the energy is fluid and that the energy can also be vice versa or interchangeable. I'm going to be starting out with the Prism Oracle to grab the overall energy. Then I'll be following up with the Morgan Grid Tarot. And the guidance and advice is going to come from the Spellcasting Oracle. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right in. We did have Mercury go direct in Taurus, but it's still in the post-shadow period. We also have Saturn went into retrograde in Aquarius as well. As I'm recording this, the sun is in Gemini, the moon is in Virgo, and I will say, like, I did initially already record this video, but then it stopped. And I was like, you know what? By the time I noticed that it had stopped recording, I didn't even, realize where it had stopped, and I was just about done with the reading, so I was like, you know what? I'll just redo it. But I was getting Pluto energy, which is in Capricorn right now in this retrograde. So that may be playing a part this week for us. And I was also feeling like, the Neptune and Pisces energy as well. Remember, Neptune is at home in Pisces. But we're going to jump right in and see what's going on. So bottom of the deck, because I did already shuffle, we have the energy card. And that says, it's the energy. And this did show up in the initial reading that I did, not in this position, but it did show up. And what I was, feeling like was, there's energy at play right now that it's like it's almost looking to be like utilized. Or, what I was also getting, like the energy that's coming this week is, it's going to be almost like a transformational energy. Then up under that we have the caution card, which makes me feel like, some of you are, not saying that you are, but you may be feeling this energy energetically, but what it's doing is it's actually, freeing up some space for you, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. With this space card here. But with the caution card, I'm getting like, it almost feels like someone about to take a next step. And with the ideation card, that makes me feel like, it's almost like I'm really getting, that magician vibe off of the ideation cards, because it's almost like some of you have a new way with the pain card after it of how to look at or deal with any, whether it's internal or external, pain, upset, loss, separation, anything that you've went through in the past. Because remember, like I said, Mercury is now direct, so during Mercury retrograde, some things may have come up for you. But now that, Mercury is direct again, it's like you had a period of review, and now this is like, well, what did you learn? What did you get from it? What did you take from it? But let's see what the energy is like. What's it going to be like for this week? Jump right in and see. Yes, I I love it. And, the Libra energy kept coming up in the tarot cards. So we will have the moon transiting into Libra this week as well. So you may want to pay attention to, what happens on those days. But we have the balance card. I like that. Yep. And some of you, like, that caution card, here's the fear card. Like, I feel like, some of you, I know it sounds crazy, and it does every time I say this, but, like, some people are afraid of things, actually working out. You got fear and anxiety here. Some of you, you may be overcoming this fear and anxiety this week. I just heard getting rid of it. But let's see what else we need. Yeah. And we have the reflection card, which some of you, you could be self-reflecting on, just within yourself or on a situation. Yeah. Some of you are like, why is this a fear of mine with the fear card? Some of you, it's in regards to your feelings. But what it is kind of like what I said in the beginning. It's the energy that's around us all that is almost like triggering with the frustration card. It's triggering us internally to let it out externally. Can I get one more? And it could come in the form of a person, place, or thing. But ultimately, it's to allow this in. Allow in abundance. Remember, I said we seen that, freeing up space. You won't be able to receive this if you don't have the capacity or means to receive it. Like, yeah. Then the bottom of the deck, we have peace. Which, that, I'm sorry about the glare, but, it speaks to, it's almost like I'm getting like a calm, serene, like this energy. It's almost like it may even be like hyping you up, quote unquote, to calm you down. Yes. Oh, I love it. That couldn't be more perfect. But it's to, get you to this place of peace and contentment, and literal for some of you is rest within yourself. But you have to go through this process. And I was just getting ready to say, like, I feel the happy card, but we have the death and the surrender, which just, surrender to this process, because on the other side of it, look what we have. Happiness. I love it. I love it. So, bottom of the tarot deck. Ooh, we got the Emperor. And right now we have, Mars is at home in Aries, Venus is at home in Taurus, Neptune is at home in Pisces, Saturn is home too in Aquarius. It's co-ruled with Capricorn, but it is, in retrograde. But with this Emperor energy, it's almost giving me that energy of, ready to, take some type of action. This is Mars and Aries energy right here. It's, it's making me feel like some of you are, ready to follow or go after something that excites you on a passionate level, where you could have previously been, with this King of Pentacles. I almost get like a King of Swords off of this King of Pentacles in this deck, because it's almost like I feel like a cold energy off of this King of Pentacles. But it's like for some of you, you could have just been, so focused on your stability, on your security, on your money, that you were actually like in a holding position, not allowing yourself to receive emotionally. For some of you, you were blocking off this Ace of Cups energy. But like I said, it's like now with the Chariot, you're ready to move forward, and you're being assisted by the energy to remove these blockages. With the Four of Pentacles, holding on, unwilling to let go, unwilling to open up. And that's what literally this is. Ooh, but let's see. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I can't even say nothing. Oh. This is too big of a stack. Okay. So we have out the Five of Pentacles and the Empress. The Six of Pentacles. The Temperance card. The Hangman and the Ace of Wands. The Five of Swords. And the Tower. Now remember, we started at the bottom of the deck with the Emperor. And we have the Five of Pentacles and the Empress. So if you're the masculine, you may be going through this energy. And if you're the feminine energy, if it's playing out like that between two people, this is what a masculine energy is going through as it pertains to you. If this is all you, we'll get there. But it's coming out to me as actual masculine and feminine. But that's not to say it can't just all be within you. But what I'm feeling like is like, yeah, there's almost like I'm feeling like the energy of reconciliation between either your masculine and feminine energy, or, you know, with an actual feminine. Because the Balance card, like I'm feeling the energy of coming together. Now, if you're the feminine energy, you could have left someone out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles. But I feel like, or they could have left you out in the cold. But with the Balance card here, I'm feeling like there's a want to fix it. With the Hangman and the Ace of Wands, it's almost as if like, whether you've gained a new perspective or a masculine energy gained a new perspective in regards to you, this new perspective is, like I said, I felt off of that Emperor, is sparking something new. It's igniting something passionately within this masculine energy. If this is all you, it's like your feminine energy, like this is the balance that's coming, is like your masculine energy is going to catch up to your feminine energy, because you know that fire energy is action, and it's almost like the masculine energy is ready, like I said, with that Emperor, to take action, to go towards, because like I said, with that King of Pentacles, I felt that holding position, which we see here in the Hangman. But it's almost like whatever perspective was gained, it's causing this Hangman to actually go, you know, reverse, but, you know, to come down out of this position. Then we have the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, which makes me feel like Some of you could be reflecting on, things or people or places of the past you could have, or you may still be doing it, or this may be to come for you. But what I feel is like with this Six of Pentacles, some of you are realizing like you could have been working with something that could be an actual job, whatever the case may be, that it was kind of like taken more than it was given to you. Because the Five of Swords is an energy of, deception, mind games, it's ego. Some of you are realizing how you were possibly, feeding your ego with this Six of Pentacles. But I feel like for some of you, it's like more so an energy of like it's how can I say it? Like it's almost giving me the energy of cheating yourself, but making it like almost making it like almost rationalizing like this is what you should have been doing. But with the Temperance card and the Tower here, like I said, this abundance is what actually wants to come in for you. But in order for this to come in through the Tower energy, something has to be, it has to be broke down. You have to, just like, like when, for instance, if there's a fire and, everything, gets destroyed in a fire. But they normally come, like, if the house is no longer livable or, can no longer stand, they come in and they knock it down, they level it out. That's what this Tower energy is doing. That's what it's doing. And at the bottom we have Judgment, and that makes me feel like, this is something that's, it's happening, and it really feels like it's going to happen, quickly. But it's ultimately Judgment can be a judgment call, or it could be making a decision. It's making a decision or a judgment call on, past feelings, emotions, situations, relationships. Because here's the Two of Wands. You've had the period of reflection. You've had time to look at it. And I didn't even notice him holding this. I don't know if it's like a ball, or I see it like as a crystal ball, but it's like it's reflected back. And that may even be like the moon. I don't know. But, you're reflecting back on this energy, past choices you've made, past emotional choices you've made, whether positive or negative, only you know. But it's like now you're ready to, explore this. You're ready to explore something new with this Page of Wands. You're ready for, a new experience. But in order to, obtain this new experience, you had to, it was a struggle. It was, for some of you, it could have been a fight. It was some of you are looking at it, if you're not actively in this energy or presently in this energy of like the struggle that it's been for you to, relate, or within yourself or with other people, with the Two of Cups here. But we're gonna clarify this. Some of you, it's just been an internal war you've been going through within yourself, where your masculine and feminine energy was out of balance, and it's like almost like your feminine energy like took over. But that's only going to get you so far. You need to have balanced masculine energy as well. So tell me about this Five of Pentacles and the Empress. Why is this here? For some of you, like I said, it's a reconciliation with a person. But for others of you, it's it's reconciling within yourself. And that, with the Ace of Pentacles, that's a gift. Like being whole within yourself. But some of you, you're being guided to, like, it's almost either you're being guided to, offer something to an Empress energy, or something that's stable, solid, and real with this person, or it's like a gift to yourself, because with the Hermit, it's that self-reflective energy that's over here. So it's like, I feel like, it's a gift to yourself as well, if this doesn't have anything to do with other people. Yes. I love it. Yes. We have the Star, which is hope, healing, and faith. This is that energy of, being whole. This is being able to give without feeling depleted, or, not receiving the same in return. And for some of you, this feminine energy is harnessing the Empress and the Star. So it would be, a connection for you with the Lovers here that is like spiritually being, like you're being spiritually guided to go towards. But for others of you, this Lovers is a conscious decision that you're making to meet your feminine energy with your masculine energy. Yeah. What's the Hangman and the Ace of Wands? We have the World. Yeah. Which is, an energy of endings and new beginnings, closing out one cycle to begin another. And some of you, the cycle you're closing out is the energy of this Hangman. It's stagnation. It's not wanting to do anything, not wanting to take any action. But with this Ace of Wands, there's a fire being lit. Look, and then look what happens. We got the Sun and the Two of Cups. Yeah, because it's, this is, you're getting some type of clarity on how you emotionally relate with others. Because, like I said, some of you have been struggling with this devil energy, constantly, maybe possibly even attracting, toxic relationships or toxic partners. But it was because through this Page of Cups energy, like, you kind of weren't coming from your true space, because that's the ego that I was feeling over here. You were moving out of a lot of ego. You were feeding your ego instead of feeding your soul. And the easiest way to say it. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles and Five of Swords. Yep. And this is, that reflective energy. And some of you, you've reflected on this and you will. But now it's like you're going to be moving forward with the Six of Swords into the healing. Because there are certain things that emotionally we hold on to, but we hold on to it in fear of letting it go. But with this Eight of Cups, it's like now you realize, like, yeah, I have to let this go, because between the 6 and the 4 is the 2. Some of you, that's that resistance energy. You didn't want to look at the situation. You didn't want to deal with it. It's almost like you tried to turn a blind eye to it, but it's showing up again so that you can heal and let it go. Can I get one more for the Six of Pentacles? Yep. And what was also coming through in the reading that had stopped, that I did before this, was emotional intelligence, moving out of that place. And with the King of Cups showing here, it's like, when it comes to like water energy, a lot of us try to push that back, but you can't stop water. It's gonna go where it goes. It's gonna do what it does, whether we want it to or not. But it's like through this self-reflection, and then we have the King of Cups with the Moon at the bottom. These emotions are surfacing so that you can deal with them, and it's not to try to resist them, because your ego is going to tell you to push it down. Your ego is going to tell you to not deal with it. It's gonna be like a distraction, or your ego, the way that you use your ego when you're feeding it, it ultimately produces a distraction so that you don't have to deal with the reality of a situation, which would be that Two of Swords energy. But through this moon energy, it's being highlighted. We do have that next full moon in, Sagittarius that's coming up. But right now, the moon is in Virgo with the Hermit and the moon here. So with this moon phase, you could just be, heavily, like, I feel like someone's in deep thought. I feel like someone is in deep thought over a situation. But this is how you work through your shit emotionally, is by sitting back, self-reflecting, and allowing what comes up to come up with that Three of Pentacles. Yep. And what it ends up doing is causing a transformation. And it builds you back better as the Nine of Pentacles. I'm also getting like some of you could, whether it's you or someone else, like someone could be becoming single with this energy here. With the Death and the Nine of Pentacles. Because that's a very single, independent, self-sufficient energy. And let's look at Temperance and the Tower. We have the Knight of Swords. Temperance and the Tower. Yes, exactly what I knew. Yeah, I knew it. Because this showed up too, and this is, I was getting the energy, excuse me, off of the Knight of Swords as like it, normally the Knight of Swords is a very fast moving energy. It's impulsive. It's something that can come in and catch you off guard. But with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, you're balancing out your mental and your emotional bodies. That's that temperance that's coming. And by you doing that and moving from a more emotionally intelligent energy, that's, for some of you, that's how you flow. It's like not letting one outweigh the other. And that's how you work with the energy, and also how like you're clearing yourself emotionally to be a little more lighter, because you've been holding on to so much with the Ten of Wands. But now you're ready for a new day. You're letting go of this resistance of the Nine of Wands. You're letting go of this energy, this 9 and 10 of Wands. And from the 9 to the 10 is what? The Ace. And look at it, I can't make this shit up. If I lay the cards down, look at this. Because the Ace of Wands is out here. Look. You're leaving this energy behind and going towards that Ace. Like, you can't make this shit up. Any past, hurts, betrayals, mindsets with this Ten of Swords. Any resistance type of energy, or being guarded or defensive, you're letting that go. You're turning your back on it because you want this balance. With the Three of Wands and the Lovers, like I said, it could be with another person. It doesn't have to be. But this could be within yourself as well. So I'm going to clarify the Tower, because that needed to be clarified. Tell me about this Tower. Yep. I love this, bro. For some of you, it definitely is a reconciliation with a person. Or, like I said, it could be either or, because it's coming through both ways, with a person or with yourself. But we have the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Between the 5 and the 8 is the 3. But those 3 cups that, in the past you could have, y'all know the 5 of Cups is about crying over spilled milk card. There's nothing you could do but turn around and move forward. And in that turning around, you actually gained 2 cups. You used it, you walked away from the 8 cups. And 8 with the 2 is the 10. So, like I said, this tower is clearing the path for you. It's clearing the path. What's at the bottom? Yeah. Because for a lot of you, it was just, a mindset that you had with the Eight of Swords. For some of you, it could have been a person that was, actively trying to block you, or even just the energy of this Queen of Wands is a lot of, she can be very egotistical as well. But you're seeing this person, if it's a person for you, you're seeing them clearly now as the King of Swords if you're a masculine energy. But this is not the same energy up here. This is a different feminine energy. And you're making a judgment call with the Judgment card to do what's best for you. Because you've been thinking about it. Some of you have been waiting. You could have been waiting to get yourself straight financially if you're the masculine energy. But for others of you, if this is not in regards to another person, you're seeing how either you were dealing with someone that was egotistical in the past, or just someone that was all about, they only cared about how things looked, like very vain energy. Or, you could have been a very vain person. But it is self-reflective when you can, admit and, accept that within yourself. But for some of you, you're seeing it within another person. But I'm going to get one more, because wherever you're headed, let's see. Through this tower, oh my God, through this tower moment, look at where you're headed. Some of you could literally be moving with the Four of Wands. And like I said, here's that Three of Cups. The 5 and the 8 is the 3. You're going to be aligning with others that have either, that you can connect with emotionally. And it, be on, I'm hearing, solid ground with the Four of Wands. This is the balance that you're headed towards. We started with the balance card. We're ending with the card of balance. Oh, and I swear to God, I was just getting ready to say, like, this is what happens either when you make a conscious decision to elevate yourself, or, this is you being aligned with someone that balances you out. And ultimately, you're setting yourself free of the worry, the anxiety, the burden, the deception. Look at this here. Oh, I can't. I gotta stop, because I'll be here all day. Anxiety, overthinking, carrying the burdens with the Ten of Wands. Then we have the Seven of Swords. You're moving past all of this energy. And look where it leads back to the Emperor, who's seeing this, who's reflecting on this, and wanting to actually move. It's the energy pushing a masculine energy to do this, or your masculine energy. And what does it do? Brings in the balance. Like, I can't sit here. And then the abundance with the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Wow, y'all. This was nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. And over here, when I was just picking up the cards, I looked at it, and it says harmony. Like, I mean, it doesn't say harmony, but I heard harmony. Oh my God. For some of you, this is definitely like a relationship that is coming in. because the Ace of Swords is like, you know, this is the clarity. You're moving towards something that you want. It's all becoming clear now to you with the Ace of Swords. And like I said, some of you are going to be connecting with someone that you can, you know, you match vibrations with emotionally as well as spiritually. And it's clear. It's crystal clear. It's crystal clear. Some of you have been, you know, almost in an energy of like trying to resist this. What's this Ace of Swords? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep. And we got the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. And we've seen that masculine energy show up as the King of Swords as well. Some of you are aligning with someone that, you know how they say, iron sharpens iron. But this is almost like a spiritually ordained connection. For others of you, if it has nothing to do with a person, because you're making the conscious choice to, you know, you go after the balance that you're seeking, it's almost like through this Hierophant and the Queen of Swords, it's almost like a valuing of yourself that was necessary. Because if it's just you and no one else, your feminine energy was elevated, but it kind of like took over in a way. So with the if your masculine energy having this realization, it's coming to, you know, meet the feminine. It's seeing eye to eye. Yep. Then we have the Page of Swords. Or Page of Wands, excuse me. Which is like, yep. And I just heard like, I'm ready now. I'm ready now. So you may be ready now, but let's get the guidance or advice. Yep. Ooh. Freedom at the bottom of the deck. That explains itself. Because you decided to invest in your, you know, your own well-being. And that is a very freeing feeling. It's very free. It's almost, you know, with the dreams card, like I'm feeling like some of you are like having, like the way I'm hearing is like, this was all I had to do. Yeah, it's very simple. It's not complicated. It's very simple. But what's the guidance or advice? Yep. Empowerment. It's ultimately like self-preservation. You have truth and prosperity, yeah. When you align within yourself, the truth is that Ace of Swords, the clarity that you gain, it can only lead you to prosperity, abundance, and growth. But it also has to start within, you know, with you loving yourself and being okay with that. Yep, the peace card is up under it. Regardless of what you may have been through in the past, the goal is to, you know, move forward. And like I said, for some of you, there may be a person that is sparking this within you with the inspiration card. Not to say like you for some of you, you're doing this for yourself because it's like you're tired of resisting. You're ready to, you know, establish healthy boundaries. And for some of you, it's like almost like a person had to establish boundaries with you in order for you to, you know, I'm not going to say get it, but they had to enforce their boundaries. Because it's not easy to, you know, become an empress. An empress goes through the same thing. Masculine and feminine energy goes through the same thing. But this is the time, this is, you know, the energy that is conducive to be used, especially with this empowerment here, to, you know, allow this process to take place. Tell me about empowerment. for some of you, it was literally just fear with the Seven of Swords. But it was, how can I put it? Because then we got the Moon and the Hermit. It was almost like what I get off of this is like, sometimes, you have to be selfish. There's a way to be healthily selfish, and I say it all the time. Just because, like you're doing what's best for you, you know. And in doing so, yeah, it's scary. It's scary as hell. But there's light on the other side of the fear that you have. And for some of you, that light of this Hermit, it's what's actually giving you the courage to do it. Yeah. To let go of, like, for a lot of you, it's like a lot of mental energy that you were stuck in with this Nine of Swords. The fear, the anxiety, the worry, overthinking that was keeping you from this energy. But once you get past that, you turn into the Magician, and you've learned how to control it. You've learned how to almost, like, I'm almost getting Temperance vibes off of this Strength card. So yes, that is the weekly reading. I freaking love it, y'all. I love it. Create the space. That's what the Magician does. It creates. It uses what it has to create what you want. But you have to free yourself mentally first, which that's clearly here that you're doing that. So guys, as always, I thank you for tuning in with me. Sending, you all love and light. I hope everyone has a great week. And I will see you all on the next reading. All right. Later.